Alright, it's time for another Mageddo gaming video. This is going to be part 2 in our series for our Trickster Rogue build, and this one's going to be going over mounts, mount powers, and of course any insignias that you'll need for those mounts. One of the greatest things that happened was the introduction of stables, which allowed a better customization for mounts. Now mounts can be purchased several ways, either through the Zen store, the Tourmaline Trade House. You can get them from the Wondrous Bazaar, which one of our mounts is actually from there as well. And you can also get them through special events like winter festivals, or even just given away. There's been a few mounts like the Giant Beetle that Xbox gave away for free. Now let's start with the combat powers for our setup. Now I'm using Tensor's transformation that I got with my Tensor's floating disc. Others will actually use the Tyrannosaurus's effect, which will allow you to swallow up an enemy when it's targeted, and that actually works well in Tomb of the Nine Gods against the souls. Combat powers are not overly important, which is good, because the legendary we want is the Flail Snail, and its combat power is awful. We want its equip power, which allows us to get 25% of our action points back in 10 seconds when we use a daily power. You'll need keys and lockboxes to get the packs to get these mounts, or you can just get them off the trade house. Now of course these are my recommendations. This isn't the end all be all on how you have to have your mount set up. You are going to get a series of epic mounts and or legendary mounts that have a lot of its own equip powers, and you can use those as you're progressing through the game as needed. So if you need some extra power or crit or anything like that, feel free to use it. I'm just saying that best in slot is the Flail Snail's equip power. Now another nice thing about this is just mobility. So with each level comes with a different level of movement speed. So with legendary you get 140% of your movement speed. Alright, now let's get into Insignia bonuses. With Artificer's Persuasion, the more power fed into you, the more you're going to get a huge buff into your other stats. Now the medium water deep horse can actually be found on the trade house. This is a really inexpensive way to get this. Now with the Ceratux Giant Sunset Crab, which you can also get in the trade house, this one will help give a buff to your teammates as well as yourself, and it's also based on your power. Now the next one, Calvary's Warning, can only be used when you have a legendary mount. This is going to give you a huge increase in your stats when you use your mount power. Now the mount to have the Insignia bonus does not have to be legendary, and you can get this one on the trade house as well. Now in part 1 of this series, which you can watch by clicking in the top right, when your companion attacks you get Companion's Gift. So now when your companion attacks you'll get an increase of your power. Now this last one is Artificer's Influence, which is just a smaller version of Artificer's Persuasion. I recommend this because you're going to get more of an increase than if you stack 2 persuasions. Now this is one of the mounts you can also get from the Winter Festival for free. Now all of these mounts have epic insignias slotted, and they're all aggression unless they can't be, like the Illuminated and the Crescent. Those are the skill insignias. We do this because we want to maximize our armor penetration and action point gain out of these mounts, and then we just have the filler because we can always use some more critical strike and combat advantage bonus. As always, thanks for watching. Leave a comment if I missed anything. I know I kind of sped through this video a bit, and I wanted to also thanks all to the new subscribers that have come on and the ones that have stayed. Definitely shows that you're interested in my content, and stay tuned for the next video of Feats and Boons.